Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about the full moon that's going to be happening in March, which it will be occurring March 18th. And this full moon has a lot to offer in terms of giving us a sense of bringing things back together again. All the broken pieces, it is a healing. So with that, before I begin, I want to remind everyone to sign up for my free newsletter. Get all of my predictions delivered to your email address. Go to galacticcenter.org. And while you're on my website, check out all the new classes that I'm about to have, the Shooting Star series, as well as my crash course in Vedic Astrology. In one day, you'll learn how to read charts. And don't forget to check out my spiritual jewelry while you're there. So let's get on and talk about this full moon. This is an incredible placement. This full moon will be occurring at 3 degrees of Virgo. And Virgo is the sign of focus. Let me just say, Virgo is all about discipline, focus, and it is a sign that deals with health and healing. We are, as a global world, more concerned than ever about our health. But health doesn't just exist with the physical, such as going to the doctors, how you eat. It is also mental, spiritual, and emotional health. Those things really do have a major effect on our physical health. And I think many of us are going to be more and more aware of this. Now, when we talk about a full moon, what is actually occurring in the advent of a full moon is that we have the sun and the moon in opposition. So the sun is a very important component in the new and the full moons, because the new moon is when the sun and moon come together, whereas the full moon is when the sun and the moon oppose one another. So I think it's important to bring up where the sun is placed, which will be 3 degrees of Pisces, and where the moon, the full moon, will be at 3 degrees of Virgo. When I think about this Virgo-Pisces axes, I always think about healing, and I always think about the spiritual, metaphysical, especially with Pisces. But the degree that the sun is at, 3 degrees of Pisces, does sit in a very tumultuous nakshatra, and there is a star that is there. At 3 degrees of Pisces sits the fixed star sheet, and that can be a star of great suffering. And I do find that when you deal with Virgo Pisces, you deal with the victim, the victimizer, and victims. This is a time when there's going to be, as that fixed star sheet will denounce, or it will say, not denounce, it will be really telling us something, speaking out about great loss. And there may be many victims that will perish because of where I see all the other planets at this point in time transiting, such as Saturn is coming together, closer together with Mars at this time. And this is a very difficult aspect that's coming upon us. It will be exact on April 4th and 5th. But towards the end of March, you're going to start seeing a lot more come about that is not going to be pleasant. But on the other end, remember, there's always this duality that's occurring. We also have Jupiter coming together with Mercury at this time in Aquarius. And Mercury, Jupiter are always about great learning, expansion in thoughts, reality, And more than anything, it can deal with traveling. So there's a lot that's opening up in the world, and people are opening, and people are becoming more aware. This is a time of great awareness and spirituality. But let's talk more about the star that the full moon is occurring in. And when I say star, I mean nakshatra. So this nakshatra is called Uttara Falguni, which is actually a star that deals specifically with friendship, with patronage, where we come together and find our friends, the people that we unite with. This can be on a personal level as well, new friendships, new connections, and really being generous and giving to others. That's what this nakshatra can be about. It's about friendship. And I think because this star is actually also the star of friendship, that this can denote that there's going to be a coming together with people better understanding what they need to do in governments. They have to start associating and bringing together more friends, different countries uniting in a cause. Because if you look to the nakshatra Uttara Bhadrapada, where we have the sun at 3 degrees of Pisces, Uttara Bhadrapada, that star is the warrior star. Very deep. Its symbol is said to be the serpent from the deep. So it deals with getting to the core and the bottom of things that have been hidden for a long time, but it also deals with deep, deep wisdom. Realize this is a time when people are waking up to truth, uncovering the facts that have been hidden. That's what the serpent of the deep represents. It's very, very magical, this nakshatra. It deals with, its symbol though kind of bothers me. And I think this is relative to the star that 3 degrees of Pisces sits on, which is called Sheet. This star deals with great suffering. And the symbol for Uttara Bhadrapada is the back legs of a funeral cot. So this is going towards the end of the zodiac, dealing with endings, dealing with great loss, possibly funeral cot of lives. So I am not predicting that March is going to be an easy month at all. I think it is one of the more difficult months of the year, along with next August. But this is a time where there's a huge wake up. This month, the full and the new moons are telling us things are being revealed that we didn't see before. And it is time right now that there is going to be major shifts in the way we think and our thought processes, what we believe. Remember, that's what Pisces is all about, belief systems. And the sun is there, but the moon being in Virgo, beliefs about healing and health and what's being uncovered about our health systems that have been manipulating things around the world. That's what I think is really coming out of this. So that deals with great truth that's being revealed. And it's going to help our world heal. That's the most important thing. We can't heal unless we know what we have to heal. What is the culprit? What is it? Now it's all revealed. And all these planets, as they've been transiting through the sign of Capricorn, there's a great healing dealing with governments, not only in one country, but around the world. And it may look pretty dire this month, but we have to find out what we have to deal with in order to heal it. So with that, we have a lot to think about with this month, new moon, full moon, and where the planets are transiting. They're giving us great information to help give guidance in our lives. So always when the moon is full, use that full moon energy to bring awareness, because remember, the darkness of the night sky is illuminated by the full moon during the times of the full moon. In Vedic astrology, it's a very auspicious time to have a bright moon because it gives us light, and that energy we can use right now. So with that, I'd like to close. If you would like more information on me, learn more about all my classes that are going on, go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org. But most of all, if you want to join our community of astrologers, go to my university website, which is University of Vedic Astrology.com. Thank you.